Now for the second stage of Dungeons 2 on the campaign.
Somewhere in the depths of the dungeon, the ultimate evil awoke. It did not know what had happened, nor why it had awoken, but it longed for revenge.
Amnesia mechanics. So there is this map in this entire new continent and thing, and no mention of the actual previous game or lore. Well, they just got some inspiration from this and went on.
The last remaining heroes of the country joined forces and cast a powerful banishment spell. The absolute evil disappeared from sight with a threatening gesture, and a faint whispered, "I'll be there," could be heard coming from its lips. The absolute evil had been banished, and its essence shattered into several pieces. Its reign of terror had ended. The good people of the overworld rejoiced, and an era of peace began for the Alliance. The evil creatures were driven back into the underground, doomed to serve as cannon fodder for pleasure-seeking adventurers. Meanwhile, secreted away in the world's most inaccessible places, the last remains of the absolute evil were resting, never again to see the light of the overworld. Until today, that is. Somewhere deep under the earth, the ultimate evil awoke.
And that's what happened, so you don't need to play the first game or anything to understand what's going on. It's a new story completely. And I'm fat now. The first one was cooler. The master of evil. Where is Sidekick?
Come on, hand of terror, arise, damn you! Methinks that exploring the surrounding area would be a sensible strategy. However, to do this, light would be required. Still not bright enough. An old throne room was revealed by the light. The circumstances remained a mystery. The hand of terror flew through the throne room, following each and every thought the ultimate evil had. After a few flying sessions, the ultimate evil was able to control the hand with ease. The time had come to call forth creatures who were completely devoted to it and would do its dirty work. Little snots were the dregs of each and every dungeon and spent their time taking care of it. The expansion-mad evil hired one snot on the spot.
Hire a creature. To the throne room.
The first little snot appeared.
We will have a total population, not individuals. Cool.
Little snots were important to the ultimate evil because they took care of many important little things, such as excavating new areas. The silently gifted evil could sense the presence of something important that was buried to the south. It instructed its little snots to dig in that direction.
I like to spin my stage. Even an evil genius such as yourself can only control a certain number of creatures. This is shown by the population points at the top in the middle. If you have reached the maximum limit, you will not be able to hire an additional creatures unless you first dismiss one. You can do this by picking up a creature and throwing it into the pit in your throne room. You can instruct your little snots to excavate areas. To do so, left click on a tile or hold down the left mouse button to mark an entire area. Selecting a red selected area for the second time deselects it. I want to hear about some camera controls.
Hand of Terror marked the area to be excavated. As quick as a fart, the little snot made its way to the marked position and began to dig.
This diagonal view is killing my mind.
Overjoyed Evil had apparently been much more industrious than it had thought. A great dungeon was revealed behind the wall. Everything was already in place. Doors, traps, a well-filled treasury. Oh wait, treasury? And where, if you please, is this treasury? Oh, well, one can't expect too much of these mindless little snots. First of all, some gold had to be dug out to make space for a treasury to be created. The Hand of Terror swiftly marked a few small gold veins so that the little snots could excavate.
They spawned a bunch.
A little snot immediately set out to mine valuable gold for the greedy evil.
This treasury thing is very interesting here. On the other one, there was just put that on the dungeon heart. See no dungeon heart in here though. Plus, I get gold from this mainly. The other one, it was meaningless to mine. I had to get from the heroes. Here, you need to actually build things.
Once most of the gold had been mined, the Hand of Terror quickly created a treasury on the spot so that the precious metal could be safely stored. The clever evil mastered this task with flying colors. From now on, little snots could use the treasury to store mined gold. It was then at the greedy evil's disposal whenever more rooms needed to be built or new creatures recruited. Little snots were all well and good, but were too weak and cowardly to defend the dungeon. Since it was not able to defend itself, the ultimate evil would have to hire some orcs. But they would require food. Liquid food. Well, beer. So the most important thing to build was a brewery. And that would require some space to be created. The ultimate evil had the feeling that its servants were not really putting their backs into the work. Might a hearty slap from the Hand of Terror change that? Oh. Oh.
What do I do now? What do I do now? Types of gold. You come across two types of gold in a row: gold veins and rich gold veins. Gold veins can be removed quickly, but in the same way as normal walls, and provide you with a quick boost of gold for a short period of time. Rich gold veins last a long period of time, but only provide a small amount of gold each time. So these you have to mine. Another very perceivable thing right from the start is that I'm making food for my monsters. And I can control the monsters here and can use them in this place them throughout the dungeons. While on the other one, the entire concept was being the dungeon lord. And I had to kill the heroes. I cannot let the monsters kill because that would be a shit experience for the hero. He had to be defeated by the dungeon lord so that could collect his soul energy, which doesn't exist here, it seems, at all. And here I have to actually provide for monsters, not the pentagram infinity spawning thing. Also, I can build rooms. I do not put an item in there and it transforms the room into that kind.
Sadistic evil encouraged its creature to work a little faster, with a friendly but not at all gentle slap.
You also feel the area, man. That's very good for controlling. The game is very beautiful too.
Snaps from the Hand of Terror, the room stood ready.
That narrator is too silent. I want it's supposed to be higher. Oh, radar. I can make the game sound. Weak. Inferior to the dialogue. Still pretty high though. What do you want me to do? Build a brewery. P? What's a P?
Excellent. But the recently built brewery lacked a brewing copper. With a sigh of resignation, the overworked Eagle set about taking care of that too.
Suppose I have to click and build shit. I not even need to place. Oh, I need to.
The hard-working Eagle effortlessly built a brewing copper so that delicious beer could be brewed as soon as possible. One of the little snobs started working on the brewing copper. The nostalgic Eagle banished all thoughts about total bears and the brass band. Those would have to wait. More important tasks had to be completed first. Both beer and gold. Were now available in the dungeon. So it was time to hire the creatures to defend against greedy heroes or whatever else snuck around underground. At present, it was only simple force declaring undying loyalty to the ultimate evil. The rest of the horde was scattered to the winds.
Oh, another thing is that the dungeon is unknowable. Unknowable. You have to dig and you just find out like this. I dig in one space and found out the entirety of this thing. But on the other one you could see everything, every hidden thing. Here you have to just dig and have faith. You will stumble upon something. Well, every other place is undiggable though. Five?
Orcs were defensive close combat specialists, capable of dealing with many opponents. However, they were very vulnerable to ranged attacks. The dungeon of the expansion man Evil grew and prospered, but unfortunately, it had reached the maximum possible population and was currently managed. Now a creature would have to be thrown into the bottomless pit before any others could be brought in. It's payday. An eerie gong rang through the halls. It did not bode well for the ultimate Evil's treasury stocks. For each sounding of the gong, the creatures would collect their undeserved wages. However, there was little it could do about this, as it was chained to the throne. Thus, it had to give free rein to its servant's desires. For the time being, at least, the nameless evil creatures came upon a spy test during their search for an entrance to the underworld. It would take more than one orc to smoke that out. The abysmal evil used the hand of terror to grab several of the creatures that were still completely inexperienced at fighting, and threw them onto the spine's nest.
Project, how's the game?
One lousy infested.
Now you tell me how to throw them down.
Or crawled up from the dead and declared allegiance to the ultimate evil. The first step towards the creation of the power of art had been taken. The spiders swung like flies. The strategically well-learned evil had itself back, proud that it led troops into battle with such a form. And by then, I just simply chucking them at the end. The profound evil had had enough of dungeon sightseeing and now wanted to prove to the servants to try a dish that is best served cold. Revenge. Some of our members were bound to be guarding cannons to the overworld. A fine appetizer for a vengeful.
Undiggable. Can dig to here though. they are increasing the efficiency of the room.
The evil has spoken, but its brothers are sinners. Huh? What's that? That's not in my script.
What a weirdo. No, we better get back to concentrating on the gun.
There's nothing to be found in there.
A huge monstrosity loomed out of the darkness on 8 legs. This dungeon's human guards had been in ancient history for a long while. Now it was home to a huge spider and her brood.
Would Sam and Frodo escape it and continue their journey to Mount Doom, or was this the end of the Ring Bearer?
Oh yes, a huge spider, henceforth called the Spider Queen. It would be necessary to eliminate the Spider Queen before the Horde could reach the surface. The Spider Queen sent forth a wave of her children. Of course, the ultimate evil was fully aware of this danger, and immediately prepared to defend itself against them. At least, that's what I heard.
What is this meant to be? Build more treasury. You can get this once you are free. It's all surrounded, there's nothing for me to get and explore anywhere. Except for this. The rest of this. Regeneration 8? Yeah, luck.
And another wave of
Come on,
spiders
Crunch.
have destroyed the ultimate evil.
Why cannot you get it? You. There.
The little snots found a healing potion in a hidden room. This was able to restore one of the ultimate evil spirits to the full health. The dungeon of the ultimate evil was full of gelatinous cubes, invisible gelatinous cubes.
I cannot see a map. There's something in here. How do I get all of them? That makes my life easier. I cannot control them exactly, I have to throw them. It's only when I get to the surface. Dismiss a creature and you have all population points available again. Well, if one of them die.
The little snot came across a small room containing a healing potion whilst pointlessly digging around in the underground. The ultimate evil could throw one of its wounded creatures onto the potion to heal it. It's payday. The vile perversion, once called the Spider Queen, had nothing more with which she could fight the Horde. Later, the sensitive evil would have her innards made into a larva. The way to the service was open. Now it was time for those legends to practice. The vile evil wanted to take this opportunity to utter a really sinister laugh, but unfortunately, its physical state made this unviable. Instead, it asked the narrator to do a bit of sinister laughter on its behalf. Oh well, here goes. Deep breath.
I won. I didn't even finish the rest of that thing. But this was the second stage of Dungeons 2.